S25, another special chapter. Shun. Shun chapter. S stands for Shun. The Elro Great Labyrinth Capture 2. The 5th day after entering the labyrinth. We've moved half of the labyrinth. They picked it up and they moved it. Because it's only a small number of people and everyone's status are high, we took the shortest route at a considerably absurd pace. Although I was worried that we would be ambushed by the Empire's soldiers on the way in the labyrinth, I'm told that it was impossible by Baskus-san. The Empire is evading the labyrinth, and above all, ambush in the labyrinth is inefficient and the danger is great too. In a complex labyrinth like a maze, something like ambush can never be done because they might not know which route to pass. That's why only monsters can be set as an enemy in the labyrinth. The monsters also haven't become a big wonder at present. Although there are many kinds of monster that has poison in the Elro Great Labyrinth upper layer, most of our member can use treatment magic. Because many monsters have low status, and even if we receive poison, we can be recovered immediately. In the first place, receiving an attack itself is few. Haran-san, who boasts of his impregnable defense and the shield in the front, and Sensei, who have high magic ability at the back. Furthermore, Katya and I, who are both a vanguard and a rear guard, Baskus-san sees the situation and move. Although it's an impromptu team, it can be said that it turned out well, except one person. Stop for a moment. Let's take a break once soon. Everyone who stops to my call. Baskus-san confirms my safety in the surroundings quickly and open the luggage to be able to take a break. Among everyone who begins to relax, only one person, Anna, who sits down while panting. I'm sorry. She whispered to me with a voice that seems to vanish. I shake my head silently and tapped Anna's shoulder gently. Anna is an excellent magician, but among the members gathered here, she looks inferior no matter what. In addition, because her status is inclined to magic, her physical strength is low by all means. If we don't take a break frequently like this with Anna's stamina, she can't match our movement speed. Because Sensei is also a slow-growing elf, her physical status is low, but her body is strengthened by the excessive magic. Although she is a young child experience, she can do well in close combat. I wonder whether this is the difference between the pure elf and the half-elf of Sensei's special. Although I think that it's probably the latter, an obvious difference is shown to Anna, and she has been wrecked physically and mentally. Originally she was cornered by the strong pressure that she's holding back everyone, and it seems to become a burden mentally. After all, it might be a mistake to bring her along. But even if I leave her like that as expected, it doesn't change that it's been an anxious situation. Either way, I think that it was not the right choice. Then I, who acknowledged to take Anna along, must watch her with responsibility. Does everyone understand it? Nothing is said to me. Although Baskus-san didn't know the circumstances, he's a professional who guides everyone. Even if the client's pace is slow, he won't complain. However, only Katya seems to have some dissatisfaction. I should talk to her indirectly later. Well then, now that we have reached the half of the labyrinth, let's decide the route after this. Baskus-san talks to me, and I decide to leave Anna for the moment. There are several routes after this, the dangerous shortest course, the relatively safe detour course, and the course the dangers are not known, although it's roughly like this. Which will you choose? Well, the dangerous shortest route, how dangerous is it? There are two kinds of paths in the Elro Great Labyrinth, the normal narrow passage like here, and the other one is called as the large passage. Then the word ended once, and a drink is presented to me. I receive it gratefully. About the large passage, it's literally a wider passage than the normal narrow passage we are now. Rather than a passage, it's already like a hall, and it continues endlessly. Although I say that passing through the large passage is the shortest route, the largest passage has strong monsters that can't be compared with the monsters in the normal narrow passage. It's a danger zone with a lot of C-class monsters and sometimes even the A-class monsters. A-class. It's a threat at the level that the army is dispatched. Generally, it's said that the limit of the monster that can be defeated by a small party is a B-class monster. Human is inferior in status compared with the monster. In order to oppose it, skills are polished, form a group, rack the brains, and cooperate. Like that, victory can be gained against the monster that's superior in status, but that can only be done up to the B-class. The A-class monster makes a clear distinction with the monsters before. First of all, it has high status and even becomes excellent in skills. It's equaled in the skills that's a human advantage. Among them, there are also individuals that have a special skill peculiar to the monsters, and such species is generally troublesome. The representative example of the A-class is the high-rank Drake. Although the light Drake enslaved by me is barely at this rank, that guy has become strong to approach me who's the master. If this continues, I might be surpassed. Then how much is the difference in days between the safe detour course and the shortest course? Well, when thinking about the pace so far, it's 4 days. It's unexpectedly a lot. It seems to be a considerable detour. How about the last course? Ah, there. Baskus-san hesitates to say for some reason. When I'm waiting for the continuation, he scratches his head and opens his mouth. To be frank, it's the course that I don't want to go. That's too frank. Is there a reason? It's the nightmare. What? That place is the area where the Nightmare made as its territory in the old days. That's why guides don't want to approach the course there, especially me, who meet it directly. If possible, it's my real intention that I don't want to approach it. The Nightmare. The myth rank monster that was mentioned the other day. But it shouldn't be there anymore, right? By the way, is that course fast? It's a little slower than the shortest route. The shortest route should be slightly faster. The difference should be around 1 day. The dangerous shortest route, the safe but considerable detour course, and the unknown course. The Nightmare is not there anymore, right? The main body of the Nightmare is not there. Main body? I incline my neck to the side of Baska-san's strange words, as if there's something that's not the Nightmare. We call it the remnants of the Nightmare. The remnants of the Nightmare? It's the monsters that have appeared similar to the Nightmare. Although they are scattered in a wide range in the upper layer, a lot of them inhabit in that course. Is the monster strong? It's strong and troublesome. A monster that made Baska-san said that it's strong and troublesome. If possible, I don't want to encounter it. However, they also have the same behavior as the Nightmare. As long as we don't harm them, they won't attack us. What is that? An amazed voice came out. Is it okay to call such a monster that has a strange behavior as a monster? Monsters should have an image of attacking without questioning. However, it spread invisible threads all over the place, and it will attack if the thread is cut. Thread? Now that I mention it, I have said about it. The Nightmare is a spider monster. The remnants of the Nightmare are also the same. Spider, huh? The invisible thread that has powerful viscosity that when you're caught in it, you can't escape it from it easily, and toughness. Even though that much is troublesome already, it's an absurd monster that the main body is also strong. Although there's a common sense of burning the cobweb when it's found in the old days, the remnants of the Nightmare appeared, it changed into, when the cobweb is found, run away immediately. It's the most nasty monster in the upper layer. It's a terribly troublesome monster. While using the guard called by the thread, the main body is also strong, as if it's a monster that has the human slyness. If possible, I don't want to encounter it. Then that course is rejected. Aw, sad. The remaining ones are the shortest course and the detour course. Everyone, should we advance the dangerous shortest course or the detour but safe course? I want to hear everyone's opinion. I call out to the other members who are taking a rest. I just warned by Baska-san the other day. I was just warned. I can't choose the dangerous course by my own judgment only. Above all, I can't put more burdens on Anna, who's near to her limit. The judgment was difficult for me. But the more time we spend, the more the situation moves. While we are doing this now, Yugo might be attacking the elf village now. I think that we should advance the shortest route, Sensei's words. Katia seems to agree with her. But isn't it dangerous? If there are several A-rank monsters, even if it's us, it's difficult to deal with. Be relieved, because the A-rank monsters will never be in a crowd. Even if we encounter it, it will be alone. Then we can manage somehow. Katia declares with confidence to Baska-san's words. So that's not true. The dragons teamed up after the encounter with Kumo, because they decided to get smart. But still, I think that we should not take the risks. Hiren-san picks the safest route. Well, originally Hiren-san objected that I'm going to the elf village. Rather than the elf village, our safety probably have a higher priority. With this, it's 2-1. Baska-san keeps neutrality, so the remaining ones are Anna and me. What Anna thinks we should do? What Anna thinks that we should do? You may ignore my opinion. That's not going to happen. Anna's a comrade after all. It's fine to state your opinion without reserve. I speak to Anna with a slightly strong tone. Anna shows a grateful appearance, and after she thinks for a while, it seems that she's decided. Let's advance the shortest route. Is it okay? With the thought of, can she catch up with us, and is she alright? Yes. It was a powerful affirmation that came back. Then, there's nothing that I can say. Let's advance the shortest route. It was decided to advance knowing the dangers. Damn, I wanted him to be risky. Go take the spider path. Check in on his old friend. What is she up to? Remnants? Is that like, did she multiply somehow? So they have the same behavior as her. So she's got tiny little clones that are like her what is it? Their parallel wills now have their own bodies? Or do they just say that because she can be fast enough to appear that she's in multiple places at once, you know? Like the Flash. I don't know. We'll see.